Now we're recording our webcast on April 20th, about 5 p.m. on West Coast. My name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have a PhD in applied mathematics, and whatever I know about artificial intelligence is implemented in Tickeron. Okay, so the first slide is about trading and how much you want to be robotic. So we actually, I think, got to the ultimate point when we presenting robots and the ability to copy from robot, and that way you really free from emotions. Not quite, because you're placing the trades manually so far. But it is quite exciting because we put a lot of efforts into the development, and now it seems to be working. Okay, so today I am going to be talking about robots, two types: signals only and virtual accounts. And here is a sequence I'm going to go through. Okay, I will talk briefly about the history of our developments for you to kind of understand where we're coming from. There was a step one. We developed engines, AI engines, I would say. Okay. Then we started working on the different types of robots. And the first generation of robots was based on the technical analysis, then fundamental analysis. And we did not restrict those robots by any amounts. We kind of looked at the number of trades and said, okay, that's approximately the number of trades is a maximum, and that's approximately we can keep it as a total amount. Okay, so that the reason we call it signals only. Okay, the second generation is kind of more complicated. We added to technical analysis, fundamental analysis, we added money management. So what it means in virtual accounts, you pretty much see the trades as if it is your brokerage account. You have a virtual amount, and you see how this virtual amount is being traded by the robot. Okay. The third generation is what we're working on right now. These two being released. And the third generation is about connecting our virtual accounts to brokerages. So far, it is about our brokerage. Okay, so what it means we have our brokerage accounts. Maybe it's better to say brokerage accounts. Our accounts, okay, so where we're testing the technology of a connection, okay, and the third generation connects to your brokerage accounts, okay, and that's going to be as a result of that previous step, okay, and then I will tell you how to subscribe either to the signals or to the virtual accounts and get some free products, okay, so that's going to be the sequence. So a little bit of a history. Let me go to the system and just show you what you can do without robots. Okay, first, this is a homepage. You click here. After login, you arrive here, and this is the we call it homepage. Okay, and this we call it the home watch list. And first thing we developed this type of buy sell daily signals. Okay, and in that column, that's the really I would say basic signals which we produce, and then you can subscribe to them and view only this column and actually add additional tickers and observe our signals. So for instance, as you can see, a signal strong sell is a strong buy, and green means after we produce these signals, then we make money, right? So here is the wait for signal. So that means we do not know what to do with Alcala, right? They've been reporting earnings this week. Okay, so maybe that's the reason. Okay, this strong signal was created today, 2 hours ago. So that means there was no gain or loss. So that's what we have. It's not bad. Okay, so if you want to add, then let's say you want to add whatever AT&T here, add, okay, and that's where you have a new line, and that's where you can put additional alerts if you want to get it. So for instance, price target, you can put here, you can buy, let's say you want to only strong buy and strong sell, and that's going to be notification coming as soon as you see them for this particular signal, and then you save and start. If you want to signal some moving averages or anything which is basic, okay, and you see now it is somewhat yellowish, and that's going to be generating alerts for me and for you if you create these home watch lists. That's what we call it. Okay, so that's where we started. And if you are interested to see more about AMD, you click here. It's got more details, and then you click one more time, and you get to the AMD page. That's where you actually get quite a lot of interesting information about earnings, signals, justification of our strong sell or strong buy signals. And the exciting thing is we added here a preview of how we've been trading AMD in our robots. Okay, that's what I'm going to be talking later about that. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. So we still the history. So it's the first thing you can do is to use our most affordable subscription and use only daily signals. Okay, so then the second step is you actually can, you see it's right here, buy, sell, daily signals. You can read more about that right here. So another thing is the pattern search engine. Okay, so we created pattern search engine. What we do, we go to the market, and on a daily information, our system is looking for different types of bullish and bearish patterns, and then generates statistics, generates all kinds of interesting information based on the shapes. Okay, so our image recognition system goes to the market, looks at the thousands and thousands of stocks and says, okay, oh, I found that for you if you subscribe, and then does the back testing and then generates the signals. Okay, so that what it means you actually can create your own robot. Okay, so if you don't know subscribe to the ultimate solution, you can create your own robot right here in advanced search. The same thing is you can take the same technology and go to the real-time patterns where you already have feed, because you really need to have a feed due to the fact that you see, I'm going to select all, save. So what is going to be happening? I'm going to look for the time frames, like with a candle, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. And it's going to be generating for me those pattern recognitions for, let's say, all stocks. And that way, we're going to have a save. And now it is generating all bullish patterns, and there's nothing on the bearish. I didn't ask. Okay, so if I want to ask for bearish, I go to the pattern types, bearish, select all, save, and now it's been is going to generate bullish and bearish patterns. Okay, you see selected patterns both. Okay, so you pretty much in charge of creating your own rules and then use this tool. Okay, another tool from a historical perspective is trend prediction engine. That's where we are predicting this type of trends: bullish for the next week, bullish for the next month, also sideways for the week, and bearish for the week and month. Okay, so we are predicting this type of directions, and then you also can go and pretty much create your own robot for different types of equities, like stocks, penny stocks, OTC, over the counter, ETFs, mutual funds, forex, and crypto. Okay, so that way you are again in charge of creating your own robots. And then when we presented these engines, okay, on the step one, people started asking us, okay, how do you guys use it? How do you use your own engines? So I did present that several times in our webcasts and the videos, and the people kept asking us, okay. So what I did, actually, I said, okay, the first step I do, I go to the screener, I select what I like. So for instance, I do like that. I go, for instance, here, I select strong buys, apply filter, a screener, very sophisticated screener. And now I have all strong buys. I take, let's say, 20. And now on a kind of global perspective of strong buys, I want to find like a day trading type of opportunities. And this blue bar is activated. Every time it's activated, you can move from one module to another. So what I do, I kind of go here, real-time patterns, and I transfer all these stocks. You see all this, which were, and now I know the patterns, and I can day trade these stocks on really more refined time frames. Okay, and that would have been a rule types of trading. Okay, and people again kept asking me kind of what and how you use it. And I kept saying, that's how you use it. And they say, prove it works. And that's how we took our engines and then started creating robots. Okay. So that way we created first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Okay. So let me explain where we are with regard to the development of robots. The first generation is signals only. Okay. What it means it's kind of a signals. It just takes almost infinite amount of money and generates the signals, and that's the page. So you go to this page, AI trading, robots, and you are right here, and that's where this first generation, second generation, third generation, and fourth generation. Okay, let me explain to you mainly today the difference between the first generation and second, so between signals and the virtual accounts. And that's the purpose of this webcast. Okay, so what we did, we, as you can see here, first of all, different equities, meaning like this is a stocks, this is a forex, this is a crypto. Okay, so here I checked box only stocks and ETFs. Okay, then I can look at the robots only TA, so that means only technical analysis applied, or let's say only FA, so that means it's fundamental analysis. As you can see, with only fundamentals, it's kind of much more difficult to create robots, but the same thing is kind of difficult in the choppy market, right? But then we created a combination of the TA and FA, and then kind of took both opportunities and then mixed them, and that's how we created these types of robots. And in order to understand the fundamentals of these robots, so you can go and read about this. Okay, so we design it in such a way that we give you full disclosure and explain how we build them based on our engines, okay? So you see it's a swing trader, highly volatility stocks for active trading, okay? So what is the swing trader? So let's move on here. As you can see, day trading is when you kind of try to open and close positions within one day, and the swing traders they can hold the positions kind of for even day, 2, 3, 4, like maybe a week or two. Okay, so that's the swing traders. So we'll go here, and as you can see, we have different types of robots, and that's where you can look at them. Let's say you want to only swing traders. So now it's becoming swing trader, swing trader, swing trader, and based on, you see, on algorithms are based on the kind of high volatility, medium volatility, you see sector rotation, all kinds of interesting stuff. Popular stocks, that means here is going to be only high liquidity and popular stocks, which people kind of like to trade. And we describe how we position these robots and how they make the trades, okay? And these are, again, the virtual trades. So now let's look at this parameters. Okay, so the main parameter when you are selecting a robot, then it's a profit factor. Okay, and the second I would recommend to look at this one is open trades. You see why it is important for signals only, because it really explains to you that the maximum open positions is 61. So if you have, let's say, 10,000 per positions, that means this never been higher than 610,000, because 61 by 10,000 is going to be about 610,000 account, and is never going to be exceeding. So even we produce the signals only, okay, then the portfolio which we manage with these signals is going to be around 600,000, okay? So that way there's no concern of having a problem with this approach, okay? So then if you take a day trader, now it's going to be only day trading opportunities, day trading robots. So if you take popular stocks, these are the robots with the popular stocks. So, okay, the next thing you look at is the annualized return for different types of robots. You see here is all popular stocks. Next, let's go to the view details. Okay, here's where you see much more information. First of all, you see the amount of each trade for signals only. It is always 10,000, okay? And what you have here is the open trades, closed trades, pending orders. Pending, that means the machine is thinking to open 24 trades. This is a closed P&Ls, which is the kind of a summary of all being how well the machine was trading the different equities, okay? Now let's look at the open trades. So here you see the price, current price, entry price. So that means this page looks like your brokerage account, number of shares, entry time, when it entered, and this is a holding time. Everywhere it is a New York time, and this is a profit loss, and so on. Okay, so that means what you can do, you can copy this trade to your paper trade, and just start recording them as you wish. Okay, so as you can see, for signals only, you have only one option, 10,000. per trade. Okay, now let's look at the virtual accounts and see the difference. Okay, on the second generation of AI robots virtual accounts, you see the following. You see amount of each trade is different somewhere. It's 1,500, 3,000, 1,000, and then amount tradable, right? Trading balance 10,000, 10,000. Oh, I'm sorry, 100,000, 100,000. But what you can do, you the same thing. It's a description, main statistics. But when you go to the view details, then you actually can adjust. Let's assume you're trading only 50,000. Okay, so all statistics are recalculated, and then amount of each trade becomes 650. And it's not bad trading for this particular virtual account. Okay, so this virtual account has a particular balance, 50,000, and then it doubled with annualized return 22,000. Okay, I'm sorry, 22% annualized return, which is not bad. And as you can see, it is not a bad trades. Okay. So let's assume you are trading 500,000. Okay, now this is going to be 7,000 per trade, and all statistics and what is important, number of shares which is supposed to be calculated is right here. Okay. Okay, now let's move on. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so I showed you page with the 4 generations. I showed you AI robots with the signals only. The first generation is based on the technical analysis, where we take really price actions, volume actions. Fundamental analysis is really calculating the business models, fair market value, and everything related to that. Then I explained to you the basic statistics. Then important to understand one of our main parameters, profit versus drawdown, where profit, it is easy to understand and calculate, but drawdown is calculated by the peak drawdown, so kind of stock goes down and start going up, so that means drawdown. So that means how much you can be in a downturn in a loss, okay, and how much you want to sustain. So your drawdown should be as less as possible. Profit factor already explained. What is the profit factor? It's average profit versus average loss, and it should be better than 1.5 and greater. Okay, so let's look at the main statistics of let's say show all stats. It's here. As you can see, let's look at something maybe. Let's look at that one. Okay. Show all stats. Loading. Popular stocks, you see 3,000 per position. And now the statistics are being calculated. You see for the last year, that's the last year, 27%. And maximum open, we still have it. Annualized return. Average consecutive wins. So what I typically look is 1.4. I would look for something better. Okay, so let's look at by the profit factor. Okay, sort by profit factor. Yeah. So that's how I would find the best ones. Swing trader, popular stocks, view details. That's how I would do that. I would sort by profit factor and look at the trades. Not bad, kind of sitting in different positions. And this is a green. It's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. Looking at the statistics, it is 25% for the last year when the market pretty much was down. The amount of which trade 5,000. And then open trades, close trades, profit, okay. So now, the main purpose of this presentation was to explain to you the difference, and that's where the difference is. So if we're talking about virtual accounts, then we have adjustable tradable amount, which allows you to recalculate and know exactly what you trade and how to copy the trades from these robots to your brokerage accounts. And that's the main difference, okay? So now let's move on. And so what you can do with robots, okay? So the robots are the machines which are based on the neural networks. So what you can do, review past performance. It's free. You can register and review all performances, okay? So if you subscribe to one, then you can follow one and then switch every day pretty much. If you subscribe to two, then you can view pretty much all signals only and all virtual accounts. And that's in this slide. What is good about, let me log out and I will show you that as soon as you subscribe to the virtual accounts or signals only, then you get credit. So let's say for the one, okay, so you get $60 credit. So what it means you can really study and use either pattern search engine or trend prediction engine, or you can put here a screener, okay, and then unclick it. So that means you have extra $10 left. You see $10 left. So that means if you have $90 per robot, you get $60 credit. So you can select quite a lot of different products, okay, additionally. So if you, let's say, subscribe to all robots and all virtual accounts, then you get $120 credit, and you can add additional products which we provide. Or what you can do is to say, I'm not interested in a robot here, and then I'm going to be subscribing only some specific one. Let's say previously we had that type of where I have this screener and the pattern search engine. That was our main preposition, okay? So you get $50 per month. If you subscribe it for annual, you get actually 50% discount. So you click select and give us the credit card. And you see you have 14-day free trial. You try create your own robot. If you do not succeed, what we see, people go back to our AI robots, either signals or virtual accounts, okay? So that concludes my presentation. It's been about 30 minutes. Hopefully you understood what we are doing, and it's going to help you in your trading. And that concludes this presentation. Thank you and goodbye.